All right, so maybe last year didn't exactly go to plan. If that's you, you are in exactly the right place. We're not doing vague resolutions here. This is your simple, no-nonsense playbook to make the next 12 months your absolute best year yet. Let's just cut right to it. I want to start with that question, that quiet, nagging question that kind of creeps in late at night. What if? What if you'd actually hit the gym every time you said you would? What if you actually put in the work on that side project? What if you had given it everything you had?
Okay, that feeling, that little sting of regret when you compare who you are right now to who you know you could have been, we're done with that. It ends right now. The best time to start was yesterday, but the next best time, it's this exact moment.
So we're gonna start with the single biggest cheat code you have. This is not about grinding or working harder. It's about one simple action that gives you an almost unfair advantage right from day one.
I mean, just think about it for a second. What if there was one thing you could do right now that would make you dramatically more likely to succeed at everything you want to do this year? It costs nothing. You don't need any special equipment. It's just this one thing.
And here it is, 42%. That is not a small number, right? Research shows you are 42% more likely to achieve your goals if you do one incredibly simple thing. That's a massive, massive advantage for something that takes less than 5 minutes.
And here's all it is. It is so simple. First, I want you to pick just 3 to 5 goals, not 20, the ones that would genuinely actually change your life. And then, step 2, physically write them down, on paper, in a notes app, I don't care where. See, the moment you write a goal down, it stops being a fuzzy wish and it becomes a real, concrete target. That's your first commitment.
But here's the catch. This is where almost everybody messes up. They write down the wrong kind of goal, and it basically sets them up for failure before they even get started. So let's fix that right now.
And this game-changing idea comes from habits expert James Clear. He says you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Just focusing on the outcome is kind of like staring at the scoreboard the whole game instead of actually playing.
Look at it like this. The result? That's your destination. Get perfect grades. But the system, well, that's the vehicle that actually gets you there. That's the study for 1 hour every single day part. You can't directly control getting 100,000 subscribers, right? But you can 100% control posting a new video every single week. See the difference?
And that is the secret. It's so simple. You've got to stop obsessing over the results, the things you can't directly control. Instead, become obsessed with your systems, the daily actions that you can control. You fix the inputs, and I promise you, the outputs will take care of themselves.
Okay, so you've got your system-based goals, you've written them down. Now for the final kind of magical piece of the puzzle. How to literally hardwire them into your brain by activating a superpower that you already have.
It has a fancy name, the Reticular Activating System, or RAS for short. Just think of it like Google for your brain. It's this little filter that is constantly scanning the millions of things around you, and it only shows you the stuff that you've told it is important.
And you've totally experienced this before, I promise. When you start thinking about buying a specific car, maybe a white Tesla or something, and then all of a sudden you see white Teslas everywhere. The number of them on the road didn't just magically increase. Your brain, your RAS, has just been programmed to spot them. We need to do that, but for our goals.
So how do we program it? It is super easy. You just have to put your goals everywhere you look. Make them your phone's wallpaper so you see them 100 times a day. Slap a sticky note on your desk or your mirror. Tell a friend who will actually bug you about it. The key here is just constant, repeated exposure.
So there you have it. That's the playbook. It's simple, it's powerful, and it's proven to work. Look, this next year isn't about luck. It's not about chance. It is 100% about what you choose to do starting right now. And just picture how this unfolds. Right now, in this moment, you have the knowledge, you have the playbook. In 6 months, these systems you're setting up, they become automatic. They become habits. And in 1 year from now, you're going to look back, not with that old feeling of regret, but with this deep satisfaction knowing you did exactly what you set out to do. And just remember this one thing. Your future self isn't some abstract idea. The person you will be 1 year from today is literally just the sum total, the accumulation of all the tiny actions you take, starting the moment this explainer ends. So really, it all boils down to this. In 365 days, you are going to be looking back at today. And the feeling you'll have will be one of 2 things: that amazing feeling of pride and progress, or that awful sting of regret. And the choice between those two feelings, it's made today.
So, I'll leave you with one final question to think about. 1 year from now, when you're looking back on all the incredible progress you've made, who will you have to thank for it? The answer is the person who decides to start, right now.